Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, today I'd like to talk to you about my experience working at Pizza Hut. So, I was working there for about 5 months, and I think overall, I'd say I generally recommend this job if you like driving. But I would also say that it is very tiring after a while once you're driving in rush hour traffic. So, I just say that you take that into account that you'll be driving about 50 to 60 miles a day and it can get really stressful after a while. But if you can deal with that, this might be the perfect job for you. Um, so when I was working about 5 to 6 hours a day, about 4 or 5 days a week. And during those times when I'm driving, I make I made quite a lot of money, but it can really depend on the day. So if I'm working Saturday, Sunday, or Friday or Thursday, those are the days for me was the most busiest. If it's really busy, you're not gonna spend a lot of time inside. You're just gonna be taking the food and going, and the tips really add up. So on a good day, I was making about $50 to $60, sometimes $100, but those are very rare, and those are just in tips and mileage. And then on top of that, they pay you $7 an hour once you're outside of the building, and then the tips add up on top of that. So because you have three sources of making money: mileage, tips, and the paycheck, like hourly, it could really add up over time depending how much you're working. So I would say if you take the delivery job, it would be a bit less stressful on you because all you have to focus on the busy days is just driving around. Um, However, you do have to take into account the amount of gas you're going to be spending on your car and the maintenance, because even though I was making a lot of money, depending on the car you have, for me, I have a V6 Lexus. Um, it was drinking about $50 to $60 worth of gas every week. So you add that up 4 times in a month, that's like what, $200 to $300 every single month. That's just going out of your paycheck. So if you want to deal with that, I know the gas prices are very high at the moment, so that's why it might have contributed to that. But if gas prices were low, I might have made a bit more because I don't have to spend as much on the gas. So just realize that you're going to be spending quite a lot, because I was driving 50 to 60 miles a day, and it can be fun on the weekends, but during rush hour traffic it might not be as fun driving around. But you do learn quite a bit. Your driving skills, I believe, improves because since you're driving a lot, you deal with a lot of traffic situations. So I would say, generally speaking, a delivery driver job is a good job if you like driving. But I have quit that job now because I've got an internship opportunity. But if you like driving and you want to continue this long term, and you have a fuel efficient car like your Toyota Prius, this might be very profitable for you. Now, on the times that weren't busy, I was inside preparing food. I was preparing raw dough, things like that. I wasn't cooking, but I was generally keeping up and helping others inside the store. So on those days when it's really not that busy, you might be a bit bored, because I know I was. There might not be a lot of things to do. So when it comes to that, I just say that understand that on this, it will be slow. So if you don't like slow and bored work, then it might not be for you. But you should choose delivery driver because on the busy days, on the most busy days, all you're doing is driving. You're spending very little time inside, if at all. So with a delivery driver, the balance, it balances things out, right? So you're spending a little bit of time, or sometimes a lot of time inside, sometimes a lot of driving, or a very little driving on some days. So pros and cons, those are that. You're basically driving a lot of the times, but it can be stressful during rush hour traffic. Also, inside sometimes you might be bored because it's not that busy, and it pays generally pretty good, because the tips add up over time. So that's another pro. And also another pro is that you get free food. So sometimes customers cancel orders, and with the employees, me and my colleagues would split up the food inside. So that's occasionally, that's a treat that you get to have. What else? Oh yeah, the another con is that it's gonna take a lot of it's gonna put a lot of beating on your car, right? Because you're gonna be putting a lot of miles on it, and if you're not, if you're not up for that, if you don't want to drive, then I don't think this is gonna be a good job for you, because when I was there, I put about, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 miles on my car, and yeah, so I'm gonna have to spend quite a bit, in buying tires, doing oil changes and all that. My service is coming up, so generally speaking, this is a good job if you like driving. It has good tips, good money, and good paycheck. Um, if you get the good days, which is Saturday, Sunday, Thursdays, and Friday, you'll have a lot of work. You'll visit a lot of places. Oh, another thing, it will keep variety in your job. So delivery driver is, and since you're driving so much, you get to see many places, so you don't get bored inside a lot. Because I've worked in restaurants where like you're doing the same things over and over again, and it gets pretty tiring. So since you're driving around, time passes very quickly, and you get to see many parts of your city that you otherwise wouldn't have seen. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you get a job at Pizza Hut, and if this video helped you out. So leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.